Okay, a couple of things I gotta say. First, it is tripping my mind out to have both y'all here with me on Tuesday. Like, it's not working. It's not working.
That had to happen at some point.
Rotate. But second thing, God, it's been a long time since I heard those theme songs, and I gotta tell you, Kay, like, Really Good is probably one of the best ones we ever did together.
Right, I agree. That was a really solid one. The flickering reel at the end, just the whole vibe of it. It's really on point. I really like doing that one. It was
it's a classic vibe, like
too.
It was, but what I like is that it's a classic vibe. Like, it doesn't really need touched up. It's just
It'll
like
be timeless.
is.
Like
yeah.
in 20 years, we'll look back on this and say, "Look at this smacking commercial transition thingy."
So, good evening, everyone, and happy early holidays. Thank you for joining us for Drop the Reel.
Really,
so
Mike?
it is usually we always do an end of the year show. We haven't been able to do either of these shows for a while because of different things going on in all of our lives, but we wanted to close it out, and it's a special show. You never know who's going to show up tonight. Like, really, it's kind of crazy who might just show up and pop in tonight from this pinfall family that we've created. So, first one is the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Seven.
Hey.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, yo?
How are y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just waiting for Santa to get here. Hoping I'm one of those lucky ones that got all those 5s he bought. That's all I'm looking for.
Dude, I'm sorry to tell you, but there's no way Santa's coming to your house. You have not been good.
You are sounding very judgmental, and I do not appreciate it. You see, as a Christian, I do not judge anyone. Because I am above that behavior, so I don't appreciate your disrespectful comments, sir. Especially all this of the Lord's holy holiday.
Oh my God!
I feel like you should have just said
flames.
You resemble that remark.
All right, so we're gonna do this show a little different. We're gonna kind of jam pack both of these shows into one episode, and it's really just gonna be a recap, talk about things, just hang out. First things first is we're gonna kind of go to the music side, and I have a question because I got into a huge debate with family this weekend about a certain Christmas song, and I wanted to get certain people's opinions. And this probably leads us talking into other Christmas songs and our favorites and not favorites and the ones that we just
all of them. What do you mean not favorites? Every Christmas song is banging.
I think I'm about to name one that you would disagree.
Try.
Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Your honest opinion of this song. And Seven has to go last.
Okay.
That's a safe choice. Safe choice.
I enjoy the song, and in fact, not that long ago we talked about it, and I said that, in my opinion, I really like the older Christmas songs, like the ones that I first heard. They'll always be the ones that I prefer, and people sometimes come out with new originals, and they're whatever, they're okay, but hers to me is just, I don't know, it goes in with the other older ones. Like, it'll always have a place. She did a really good, I feel, original song for Christmas. It's groovy. I think about Christmas when I hear it, and it gets stuck in your head. So that's what you need, right?
Oh, it's one of the earwormiest earworms there is to earworm. Like,
it just gets in there and goes.
Oh, it's so bad. And this, you mentioned exactly why because I do enjoy the song. Now, by the end of the year, go the fuck away. Like,
that is okay. Is it overplayed? Sure. Aren't they all? I mean, there's only like 12 good ones. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
If you think about the people who have been able to bring out new Christmas songs in the last 20 years and then be as timeless as that song, I can think of two right now. One is her and Ariana Grande. And that's it. That's it. Because it's hard to take something that's been done so many times, and then it's really hard to come up with a Christmas song that hasn't already been done.
I have not heard Ariana's Christmas song.
I haven't either.
It came out like 4 or 5 years ago, I believe.
I'm so bad with particularly, well, not specifically her music. It's not like I avoid her music, but like, I don't listen to the stations or the YouTube videos or the things, the Spotify's, whatever it is you kids do these days. The ones with her music on it, I guess, her style. So you know what? I'm curious. Right.
So I need Pun's opinion, and I'm just making 7 stew over there. Making them stew.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that I actually do not detest the song because there is a song that I hate more than that song, and that would be Last Christmas by Wham. I'm sorry. I can't do that song. I can't. I hate that song.
You know what?
I have not lost at Whamageddon yet this year, and I am so happy about it.
Oh, I'm going to go find it right now.
I do.
You dare. I will. I'll leave. I will leave. I shit you not, I will leave.
Listen, I enjoyed that song. I also enjoy that song. You know what I do end up skipping the end of is Feliz Navidad. There's a point where they just keep saying it over and over. It could be a minute shorter. It's all right. That's fine. But you guys don't understand. I love Christmas. Okay. Okay. So all Christmas songs are great. All right.
All right. Now we're going on to the next subject. No. 7. Go ahead.
Okay, so really quick on the Feliz Navidad, I kind of get that one, and I will say this. So in the Midwest, there's a restaurant kind of like Taco Bell called Taco John's.
Oh,
and Taco John,
I love Taco John's.
And Taco John's uses that song for Christmas, so you get double in any area where Taco John's is at, you hear that song multiple times. And so it gets kind of burnt out. Now, I will say this on Mariah Carey's Christmas song, and I know I make a lot of jokes. I'm a comic. That's what I do. I don't hate the song. I can, if I hear it once or twice over the course of a holiday season, it's fine. But the truth of the matter is, I hate the radio programmers that think that we want to hear that song 4 times an hour.
No.
But I mean,
especially like, and I'll say even this, because like even on a lot of these stations that play that song, they have the ability to play one of the best Christmas tracks of all time, and that is Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC, which is still the best pop Christmas album ever. And if you don't like it, you can bite me. But they don't play that song very much, and that's a legitimately good song. It's original.
I also am not familiar with that one.
If the MC Christmas album as a whole just slaps from beginning to end, I will just say that. And that is a hill I will die on. But no, I get frustrated at songs that get overplayed that are decent. Like one of the biggest arguments with Nickelback is it gets overplayed, and so it's hard for people to enjoy it. But you can legitimately, as a music fan, look at the early Nickelback stuff, and then it's a little bit more broken up in between. Not bad. They're just over fucking played, just like Metallica.
There is no overplaying Nickelback. What are you talking about?
I do Host is another
that's
situation.
Actually something that brought me and Pun together and did this show is that we're actually both huge Nickelback fans when most people are not.
I've seen them live. They're good live. They're just their music gets overplayed sometimes. Like especially in the Midwest, it gets played a lot.
I've seen them live too. And now, will you agree with me? Nickelback puts on one of the best old school rock shows of a new age band there is. Like there's flames, it's metal, it's like, or at least the show I saw that was almost 20 years ago.
And I think we've talked about this, and we saw the same one when they were toured with Hinder and Papa Roach.
Yes.
They definitely have an engaging show. It's a lot more raw. It's not as overproduced as you see with some other bands. It's more just about them performing and having fun. Chad Kroeger always looks like a drunk big kid on stage.
Most people who don't like Nickelback would expect the overproduced type of show, and they don't.
And I can see because of how overplayed it gets in some areas, and I think it's an area thing because in the Midwest, Nickelback was overplayed. I can tell you that from experience because even though I enjoyed the music, I wouldn't listen to rock radio in Kansas City because they played Nickelback so fucking much for a while. But honestly, Dark Horse, I think, is one of their best albums. I have listened to that album beginning to end multiple times. Silver Side Up, again, decent album, but they get ruined. And some people think they're better than they are. And that's the other thing that frustrates me. They're decent, but they're not rock gods.
They just hold a lot of records that people don't know either, though. Like they've sold a lot of. But back to the Christmas Since we talked about some of your most hated, and you already mentioned it, Seven, favorite all-time Christmas song.
Definitely NSYNC Christmas album. Okay, all-time Christmas song. Mary, Did You Know?
Ah, motherfucker.
That is Oh no, you know what? Tell you what, I'll let you have that one. Christmas Shoes. Christmas Shoes.
Oh,
that song.
I'll take
That
either.
song still makes me cry today.
Yeah,
I will
every
even.
time.
I will own it.
I haven't heard it this year. I'll have to go listen to it now.
Just need a good cry. Listen to that song any time of year, and that'll get it going. That'll get it going.
All right, we had just mentioned this beforehand. I do favor "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree," right? Old Brenda Lee, but I kind of like Burl Ives' "Silver and Gold" from the Rudolph movie.
Yes.
That one really gets me in the spirit, gets me in the zone, and it's short, which is nice. I love things that are bite-sized because my attention is, But either way, yes, I'm gonna go with those two. I'm sure later I'll be like, oh, why did I say this other one? But yeah, final answer.
That's where I'm at. I'm frustrated. My first one would be Jingle Bell Rock, and my second one, okay, because it's just popped in there. God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. I would say that one.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
I'll send you a cover of that a band that I know did.
Okay,
yes. I think you'll really like it because it's very rock heavy. Pillar, I think we've talked about them. Pillar, they did a cover of that song a couple years ago that they released, and I'll send you a YouTube link on it. It's really good.
Anything by Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yes.
Oh.
If you don't like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you don't like music.
Period.
And they have one of the best live shows.
Yes.
Oh, even though it's the same shit every year, it's still
Motherfucker,
they change the production, and it's so good.
I want to see.
Do we have it? Am I in a drop the mic group? If I am, I don't pay attention to it. Do we have one?
We don't.
Okay. I will, but there's a really good. Okay, I'm in the really good podcast group after. I'll post a video that I found a little bit ago of part of TSO's rig for this year, and it is insane, but it's really cool.
I'm excited. Yeah, share that for sure.
Definitely.
And also, side note, video game related. Gotta represent Double XP. The Christmas song for Apex. I don't know what it is about. It has a vibe of TSO, but I don't know. So it is. That's a slapper. Everything's a slapper with Christmas, buddy. We roll my sleeves back and have just tinsel fall out and like ornaments. Just no. That was a bad one to have on for this.
So I'm trying to find something because I was actually going to take this another direction after we were kind of done with the Christmas music. And who here uses Spotify?
Me.
Not I.
Depends on the year.
I've had Spotify Premium for a couple of years. I love it.
How was your in this year review, Seven? Was it interesting?
You see, mine gets skewed because when my son listens to Spotify through the Alexa, it goes on to mine, and he likes a lot of techno. I don't hate techno, but I don't listen to it 19 hours a day like my 12-year-old does.
That's so specific. You do not hear that every day. Yeah, he's into techno,
and I don't know where. And he has hit a phase where he's getting into techno and anime, and I think that the techno is coming from the anime, and so
anime.
like,
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's been watching Sword Art Online, and great show, by the way. I love Sword Art.
I've heard it's
good
good.
things.
Pretty good show.
And then it just, but yeah, the techno started first, though. I would say that.
I brought that up.
Techno.
One of the to me, one of the best things about Spotify and listening year round is getting that list. Who was your was your top one a techno person?
It was. No, my top one was actually Bo Burnham because that's what he listens to while he sleeps is comedy. And despite the number of times I've told him to put clean comedy radio on, he puts my comedy radio on, which is a problem because, like I said, the number one was Bo Burnham.
Yep.
But yeah, it's, and then who's the other one? I can't remember. I think it was yeah, it was like Pillar, couple of techno artists, and somebody else I can't remember.
I wonder if Apple Music does some equivalent.
Damn it! I want potato olays from Taco John's. I have not been able to stop thinking about them since it came up. I have not had potato olays in like almost 12 years. Okay, like it's
I miss them. That seasoning. I don't know what it is, but that seasoning on potato olays, it is insane. That and the nacho cheese.
And that perfect crunch. And they're Taco Tuesdays when you walk in and you come out with a whole bag of burritos this long and talk.
So,
they still exist, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Phew. I seriously would take a cross-country trip for some damn potato olays.
Apple Music has a bunch of like top 100s, but not your top songs. Just figures.
Oh, yeah, they don't do special stuff like that for us. I still use them.
Yeah. Apple doesn't want you to be an individual.
No, mine is Apple account is possessed. I swear it is. It does the weirdest things. My shuffle doesn't work. Shuffle isn't a thing on this phone. Actually, it's 2 different phones. That's why I know it's the account.
Dude, so I did the new iOS update, and when I did, you remember how I was always happy about how my music was perfect and never screwed up?
I mean, sure. It'd be a little more specific, like
when it was in the car, like I could hit shuffle and it would play all my music whether it was downloaded or not.
It doesn't do it anymore. It's not supposed to do that anyway. She was shuffling music that wasn't downloaded outside of service. I don't know what was going on
for years, guys, for like the last 3 years.
There's like
it was probably getting downloaded anyway.
And there's like there's got to be some kind of cache in there that it's like on, and it just remembers so many most recent songs or whatever. But she said that there's sometimes songs that she hasn't listened to in a while that would pop up and play. I don't know why her phone likes her so much.
It doesn't now.
There you go. That update to knocked you down a peg. That's what.
Welcome back to the land of the commoners.
But I brought that up because the last 2 years, you were talking about not listening to radio. The last 2 years, my top artist has not even been like anybody you've heard of, and that makes me so happy. Like, I can't. You mentioned it earlier, Seven. I wanted to bring this up. Like, you mentioned overplaying on the radio. That's not just with Christmas music. They play the same 4 songs every fucking hour.
Mm-hmm.
Every hour, you will hear the same song. You can almost time it. And there are times where radio stations, I've seen 3 radio stations playing the same song all at the same time.
I listened to the alternative station here in Phoenix, one of them, and I like the DJs in the station. They're all really nice. You know, they post a lot of nerd stuff, but I counted it, and there's one time that All Time Low song, Once in a Lifetime. I heard that song 7 times in one workday one time, and I almost lost my fucking mind. I like All Time Low. Don't get me wrong. I like All Time Low. But seriously, yes. I kind of want somebody to shove that song up their ass. Like,
I'm notorious for over listening to music I like. Like, that's one of the things, one of the freedoms that Spotify gives me that they probably shouldn't, is that I will find a song that I love, and literally in 2 days I've listened to it 30 times.
Only 30?
Also, because of my ADHD, though, it's probably more like 100. Because if I like a song,
it's on repeat. It's on repeat.
Well, and I miss a part of it, I'm going back.
Yep.
Like I'm starting the whole thing over.
If it didn't make me cry,
have y'all seen the meme that says, I will restart a song because I feel like I haven't given it the full attention it deserves? That is me.
Yes.
That is 100% me.
If the song that it makes me cry didn't make me cry the first time through, it means that I wasn't listening to it. I got to go back. Like,
when you're driving and you do that, you miss a part, you go back to listen to that part, and then for some reason you miss it again, and you have to write it again. Like your brain, times. Right? Like when you read the same paragraph over and over again, like I don't know what it is that your brain just, no.
Brain's just like, nope, we're not keeping that file. Nope, that page ain't loading. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, drives me absolutely insane. But my number one this year was State of Mind, and that's because I listened to
Great band.
I probably listened to their version of What Hurts the Most 1,000 times.
That is an amazing freaking cover. Like
that one in God's Country. Their cover of God's Country is stellar.
I have
the
not
other day.
heard State of Mind. I've not heard State of Mind, but
Do it.
It is.
Who's the
It
one I have
changes
on my
that
list?
whole song. I will never listen to that song
So
by anybody else ever again.
The place that I go to
have to
karaoke, I'm trying to
argue
get
with
the owner
you,
to get their
you
version.
need
in
to go
karaoke, so I can
listen
do it.
to Afraid from Humans version of God's Country.
I'll check that.
That's the one I've listened to, but I will definitely be going to listen to State of Mind. I love them. They're amazing. Their version of Thunder Road, even though I feel like that song has been remade too many times at this point. But we have a run-in, ladies and gentlemen. Our first of the evening. The dick is here.
I'm gonna get the chair anyway.
Hey guys. What's this all about? Hi guys, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, hey.
Seven's a little on edge. We're not sure why he's a little on edge.
Well, you know, the guy's got a lot of mental problems that we really haven't went through to full extent. Let's be honest.
He needs potato olays.
That is a very true fucking statement. I do need some potato olays.
Taco John's or Taco Bell?
Taco John's.
John's.
Yes.
Absolutely. I would agree.
We were talking about how in
Taco
areas
Bell.
where there's a Taco John's, you get burnt out on Feliz Navidad, the Christmas song, because they use it for their.
From Taco
Just-
John's.
Just all day. It makes me not want to go there. I'm like, I'll just fucking go to Taco Bell. Good God. I'm not doing this. I'm not fucking doing your stupid song, Taco. Maybe run the parental. You have to run the parental. You had to take time to run the parental advisory.
I'm surprised he hasn't put it up already. Like I'm.
Probably should be.
Okay.
It looks like. There you go.
There we are.
It looks
Alright,
like I'm.
we're good to go now.
It looks like I'm like a teacher who's getting divorced, who's sleeping in the middle school that he works at right now. Like, with the top.
So
I'm just like, yeah, I'm just having a beer. Like, these are my students' headphones. I don't even know.
So Dan, we're about to transfer over to talk about some movies and music of the year, or movies and TV shows of the year. But we've been talking about music, and I got to get 2 questions from you: least favorite, and favorite Christmas song of all time.
Oh, good God. Definitely least favorite, the Taco John's. That's definitely the word. And then I got to go with The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al Yankovic as my favorite.
Good choice.
Hey,
Love it so much. I love the desperation. He just makes it sound like everything there just fucking sucks. Like it's just terrible. Like they just have to make toys all the time and like love it.
That's my favorite Weird Al song to karaoke is that one.
So
Especially because most people don't realize what the song's about until it gets going and it gets violent. The horrified looks on people's faces.
Right. And he barbecued Blitzen. Yeah. And he
Took a big bite and said it tastes just like chicken.
chopped up poor Rudolph into reindeer sausage. He says at one point.
Oh God,
it's
I love
great.
that song.
He takes one of them out with an old German Luger. That was one of them.
I don't think I've heard this. The more you talk about it,
Oh
I'm
my
ready
God.
to.
He slashed up Prancer and he held the elves hostage is a line in it.
Yeah.
He's just like he just gets sick of getting the raw end is basically
What
all
I'm
it
wondering is
Fucking
why
great.
I haven't heard of this song.
Oh my God,
it's
it's
the
so good.
perfect one. You're right.
It is definitely one of the best.
Do we
Christmas
have the
songs.
technology to just play it over the? Or is that
I don't
like
think we have
copyright?
permission. I think it's permission is the
Oh.
problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's on. Would Weird Al be okay with it?
Facebook Nazis wouldn't be.
Yeah, and that's the problem. We get silenced enough by Facebook. Let's not fan the flames.
I fucking wish a Karen would, man. Fucking Karen would.
Dan, are you a Spotify guy?
No,
No.
I have
No
I have
one's
Alexa.
cool but you and me, 7. No one's cool.
I
He
have
uses
Alexa.
an iPhone. He probably doesn't even know how to use his Apple Music either.
I have an Alexa. I have an Alexa that's like half plugged into my fucking stuff, so I can like turn the lights off. But then it like says she's like room not responding, but the lights are still off. It's very strange, and she's super flaky. I think I just got like yeah, she's talking right now. I just keep saying her name, and then she's like, room not responding. I'm like, I have no idea what that means. Stop turning my lights off. I might be able to do it right now. No, I'm not actually not going to be able to. She'll just not say it, but go ahead. Sorry. What was the movie thing? What are we doing?
Well, first thing, before we move
Music,
on
yeah.
to talking about movies and music or in TV, I want to do one last one. Your recommendation from this year, one song that you've listened to.
Oh my God.
I've got to play it because we haven't had it in so long. Fun.
From this year.
So yes, your anthem for 2021, basically.
Does it have to be something that came out this year?
No, just something.
Okay.
Just something that I listened to a lot this year.
Define your year.
I have an answer for this. I'd probably a definite answer.
Yeah, go.
Father John Misty, I Love You, Honey Bear. Father John Misty is the artist. It's called I Love You, Honey Bear. Just listen to the words, listen to the song. You guys will love it, I'm sure.
Anybody? Who's next? Who's ready?
I don't think I can pick just one.
Yeah, that was tough.
Last year's, I could have told you, was totally, was it last year or the year before? It was Caribou Lou by Tech Nine, 100%. But don't ask me why.
Caribou Lou almost killed me in college.
Hey, listen, that was a very good. I was driving to and from college while I was listening to that song, usually. So it was just something about it stuck with me. Those long, dark nights. But this year, I don't know.
That's not that embarrassing. I think like my 2006 was probably like Christina Aguilera, I Am Beautiful. I am beautiful. You remember that song?
It's a good song.
Loved it.
It's a good song.
Not to like take it down, but like 2021 has been a tough year for me. Mine is "Save Me" by Jelly Roll. Like it's just one of those songs. Like it hits me in my soul, and like I've had a tough year in a lot of ways, and it's just something I have felt at some times in this year.
I discovered Jelly Roll this year, and I know which song you're talking about. And I'm really impressed with Jelly Roll. He's an amazing, talented artist.
So Dan, you need to go find. He just performed at the Grand Ole Opry like 3 weeks ago, and he performs that song on stage. He's huge. Okay. Huge. Don't get me wrong. I love the man, but he's probably close to 375, 400 pounds.
They can get a lot of resonance. There's a lot of inner resonance. All opera singer dudes, always robust.
No,
men.
He's not opera. Grand Ole Opry.
I know. But I'm saying like the better singers. No. That's not what I'm saying.
He's actually country rap. He raps. I'm surprised how well he could sing. Really, I am.
I like his rap. I haven't really paid. I really like his rap. I haven't paid a lot of stuff to the songs where he's singing a lot, but his rap is really impressive.
So on my Discover Weekly this week was a song by him and Struggle Jennings, who's Waylon's grandson, and him and Jelly Roll and a couple of other guys have really brought in this like outlaw rap, which is kind of like outlaw country used to be back in the day.
It's an interesting genre that they've kind of developed.
Yes. In the last 2 years, really, it's kind of really gained ground in something that Cowboy Troy was trying to do 10 and 15 years ago.
So he was just ahead of his time.
Wow.
So let me get this straight. They do both like parts of like Nelly, where was the Nelly Tim McGraw? They do both of those things. Is that kind of what they're trying to do?
Struggle is strictly a rapper. Like he's strictly a rapper. And his stuff is pretty hardcore to be honest.
Think closer to like, think more in the general direction of like Colt Ford.
Yeah.
Would be a bigger example of like country rap. Cowboy Troy is actually, a decent example. But yeah, it's
they're rapping about trucks and mudding and like
Sweet.
That makes
Like,
sense.
like Nebraska. It should just be called Nebraska rap.
Nebraska rap.
but
Husker rap. There you go.
did
Cornhusker
release a
rap.
song called My Own Enemy, and I was really, really impressed. Again, it's another dark song. It's another song that I could really say, like, because it talks about how we sometimes can be our own like all the time are our own worst enemies. Like, no one can beat me up and judge myself worse than I can.
What's your favorite line from Save Me? Give me a verse or a verse. You can do the whole verse if you want. Just read it to me, like poetry. Snow cone. Just
till the sweats drops down my
put some respect on that name. It's probably what if the night sky was missing the moon? There was no shooting stars to use when wishing on you. All of my sorrows, I just washed them down. If only the peace I've ever found.
I like it.
Yeah.
And that's Jelly Roll, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm actually looking at pictures now, so I'll be incapacitated for the next.
Oh, you're sorry.
I
was gonna say I finally had my 3. I've got 3. I'm just gonna throw them out there. So 2 were from this year, I believe. It was "Build a Bitch" by Bella Porch, "Panic Attacks in Paradise" by Ashnikko. Oh my god, I've listened to that song so much. And I know this was probably older, but it was a 10-Ton Skeleton by Royal Blood. Those were like the 3 that I have just jammed out to this year.
What do I do? I don't know. I don't listen to music clearly.
Pun. Yeah, I was gonna say Pun. I didn't know one of those songs, but I'm sure they're all really good. I have no idea.
Probably all good.
Music.
For this year, this song is a little older, but I discovered it this year and it just blew me away. Irresistible with Demi Lovato and Fall Out Boy. I absolutely love that song.
I don't think I've heard that one either.
I don't think I've heard it either, and I'm
It is
a
a
huge
good
Fall Out Boy
song.
fan.
It is a great song. Their voices blend really well. I think Demi Lovato is one that's kind of like, when I think about her music and the way that what she was pushed into doing because of Disney versus the way her voice is as an adult, I think she should be doing rock. Yeah. I legitimately think that.
Seven, the only
Just
reason
like
I've
mine.
heard that song is because you sent it to me. Only reason I've heard it.
I like that song though. It's really good.
I'm gonna check it out because I don't know if I've ever heard it.
A wrestling theme song. Everything's been a fucking wrestling theme song. He added just a bunch of them to my phone, and I'll just be going along, and all of a sudden I'll hear this song, and I'm like, "What the hell is this song?" Always is it
Wrestling.
Sorry, there are some wrestling theme songs that just pop. They
do.
slap.
I haven't gotten rid of all of them. I did get rid of a lot. Especially the very like character specific ones.
Funny thing about the video for Irresistible, if you watch it, it's kind of like a sequel to NSYNC's Bye 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 video, and all of the guys from NSYNC are in the video, and it's funny as hell. But it's a great song.
That's great.
Nice. Okay, I think we don't know any new music because I'm like super stuck in the past still. Like I haven't even got through 75 at this point. Like it's really like there is so much back then, dude. Like I don't want to be like, oh, it's old, but classic rock is amazing, dude. It's so good. Like I can't stop.
Like
there's so much.
Is, like if you were to look, I tried to pull it up. If you were to look at like my top list from 2021. Like it jumps around. Like my top was country rap. My top genre for the year was country rap.
Dang.
I would say if there's any genre that I've hated the most in the history of my life, it's country rap. And I haven't heard the new stuff. I haven't heard the new stuff.
I will say it's getting better.
It's gotten much better.
Okay. Good, because I hated it at a molecular level.
I don't blame you. I don't, because I would say up until about 5 years ago, it was not good. But It's really crazy when you think about that. One of the guys to bring it back around is the grandson of one of the greatest outlaw country artists we've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
And now he's bringing life to a whole new genre in rap that's been struggling, pun intended. Ha! I got one.
I'm looking at pictures of Jelly Roll right now.
I told you, man. He's a crazy looking dude.
Hang on.
Oh,
Here, Snow Cone, stay still. Bro.
Wait, do we need to pull up a picture so people can see and we can see if me and Jelly Roll are?
I'll get a good one. Hang on. This is the first one I see is this. Hang on. Look, if you just did the hair right.
Yeah,
that's not far
totally.
off. Yeah.
You can totally see it. Yeah.
Only
Hey, I
he
think
can
we got
actually
your,
grow a beard.
I can grow a beard.
Oh, Snow
I
Cone can
choose
grow-
not to. Thank you very much.
Snow Cone can grow a beard.
2022, anybody?
What was that?
I said Halloween costume 2022, anybody? Josh?
Yes.
Yes.
Josh, I was gonna ask, speaking of like country rap, Upchurch, you heard?
Love Upchurch.
Yay,
Love
buddy.
Upchurch.
I like some of his
Love
stuff. Like some of it's really pretty groovy.
I've heard that. That's what we're talking about.
Yes,
That's actually
Yeah.
one of those,
Yeah. Upchurch
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess I was talking mostly about just the country dudes who like would try to like incorporate
these
hip hop
were
into
not-
No,
it.
there's
and I'd be like,
there's good like
"Ugh,
country
that
rap,
one-
and then there's the weird country rap.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
dark
When
side
they
of
just throw
YouTube.
The dark side of YouTube.
It's like every time I turned on the radio, it was a radio for me. Like every time I turned on a radio station, because I live in like a small town, like there's like 2 radio stations, and one of them's just like a
Amen.
hit station. It's like a hit station, and it's terrible. It's absolute fucking garbage. And like every time I turn it on, it's just like all of this is just madness to me. What is this madness that is coming out of my speakers?
A similar experience.
country
You're getting
artists.
old, Dan. You're getting old.
It's not white country artists trying to rap. It's actual dudes who this is the genre they have picked. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, you to be the judge.
I'm pretty sure that I saw that guy walk into 7-Eleven the other day. No,
Yes.
I'm kidding.
That would not surprise me in the slightest that he would walk into a 7-Eleven. So I think
That dude is the fattest meth head I've ever seen. That guy is the fattest. Like, that is the fat. How does he stay that fat? Good God, man.
Well,
Hey, telling you though, Snow Cone, I'm telling you about the bellow thing, man. The bigger they are, the more deep they can get, the better range they have. I swear to God, it's like a big. They're like bagpipes in their vocal cords, are like bagpipes. They just suck in air like a.
Oh God. Okay, movies. Let's go to movies before
Hang
we
on,
get in trouble.
before we go to movies, I got one.
Do you think they vibrate like bagpipes? It's like all the time. It's like just constant.
So
how they
I just
resonate.
Korn
wanna-
uses them in every album.
That's how they resonate. They constantly vibrating. It's gotta be terrible for their wives are probably just annoyed, straight annoyed.
It's funny you mentioned that. This is, the dude must do something because this is his wife.
Oh my God.
Well then. Then.
And
Yeah.
before you say gold digger, they've been together 25 years.
I
or
wasn't gonna
something
say that.
crazy. Well, I follow them on TikTok and they get a lot of those claims.
He is a musician, Josh.
And she
He
was
is a
with
musician,
yeah.
Josh.
She was hit with him way before he was that big. Way before.
No,
Wait, figure
but
of
he's a
speech.
magician. He's a musician, Josh.
Sorry, that door was
plays
just
music.
open. Come on.
He plays music, Josh.
But all right, we're gonna take our break and then we're gonna come back.
Josh,
and,
people
we're
who
gonna
play
talk
music
about the
are
top
really
movies.
attractive to other people. Have you ever known that before? Did you know that? I didn't know if you knew that. People who can
Please
make
just acknowledge
music
him and
are
so we can move
super-
on.
Yes.
Just mute him and let him talk. All right, we're gonna
Private
take our
chat.
break. and go talk about. And then when we
Yeah,
come
type an
back,
angrily
we're
worded
gonna talk
letter.
about the top movies and TV shows of 2021. I'm just gonna talk over them. We'll be right back.
Up like we do. No one does us like we do. Always go hard with this crew. Welcome to the show, let's make moves. Nothing's gonna stop us, it's about to get rough. Turn the whole room up, it's never enough. Let's go, 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 let's go.
Stanky ass traffic.
Garland.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go back to that.
Stanky ass traffic. Dallas, Texas. You ever been? Oh, snow cone is what I'm talking about.
All right. So right now, I'm going to throw it to Kay.
Oh,
She's got a
God,
couple of
please
lists
don't.
we're going to discuss, and as she runs through it, we're all going to kind of comment on the ones we want to comment on.
They're not even good lists. I've been looking through them. Nobody knows what they're talking about and everyone disagrees. All right. Has anyone watched any movies that came out this year? I was lazy and didn't watch a damn one. So,
Because
enlighten us.
I
What are
probably
good
watched
ones?
more this year than I have the last few years.
That's fair.
I honestly don't know.
That's
I would say Black
terrible
Widow is
answer. That
probably
doesn't
going to
help
be
at
in the
all.
top of a lot of lists because Black Widow is really good.
Yeah, Black Widow, one of my favorite Marvel movies. I'm a huge Marvel guy.
Okay.
One of my favorite Marvel movies up there.
All of the Marvel movies then that came out this year. All right, just let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Which one was the best one that came out this year outside of that, I guess, if that's going to be everyone's favorite?
Anything. Any movie at all?
Any of the Marvel movies. Well, I
Oh,
mean,
the Marvel
preferably I
ones.
would say any of in my opinion, anything outside of Marvel, but it's all right. This
Right,
isn't
me
all
too.
about me.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Well,
really?
well, let's-
Do you? Okay. All right. I'll remember that.
No, I'm saying like just outside of Marvel would be my preference as well.
Well, yeah, no. Well, okay, you know what? Marvel has just gone on too long. That's the nicest way to put it. I mean, it
I
itself,
was-
sure, but just the movie universe is just
Those
There's
backstory
so much.
movies have backstory movies.
they
Yes.
do, and they don't. There's no substance to these movies. It's all surface pretty stuff, and you know what? They are pretty. I'll give them
That I completely agree with what you're saying, but like I am a sucker for shiny things. Like for real.
right?
I'm a
You
sucker for
gotta
shiny
remember,
things.
you're
Yeah.
talking to three dudes with ADHD. Like the shinies.
Like
shiny.
shiny what?
The Shining, yeah.
Boy.
Free Guy from had Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
in it.
Oh yes,
That
yes,
movie-
that was a
That's
cute
what I meant.
movie.
That was a really good movie, and
I'll
also
give you
Red
another
Notice
one.
was really
I'll
good.
give you another Ryan Reynolds. Red Notice on Netflix.
I was just saying, yeah, Red Notice was really good too.
Him and The
I'm
Rock
gonna have to
did a
look it up.
great job together.
Movies.
I mean, you had three of the biggest actors in Hollywood in one movie, in The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot all together, and I was really impressed.
I don't know how I actually missed that one. Shame on me. I feel like I remember when that one was coming out. And I just avoided it, I guess. What I did not avoid, though, that did come out. This is show, though. So, side note from the movies, real quick. I was just scrolling through Squid Game. I don't know how many here watched that weird series that everyone decided they loved for some reason. It's an interesting
Never
one.
intrigued me. Like,
It's an adult Hunger Games, and I don't know, it's weird, but it is a well-made show. It's creepy.
I thought that show was interesting, but I thought it was really, really funny that what Mr. Beast did got more views than Squid Game did on Netflix. I found that hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
So I just had like
I gotta say, I really got into his YouTube channel this year. So
He really impresses me, and I think like he's one, like if my son's watching it, like I know he cusses sometimes and they have adult jokes, but like my son has told me like, hey, I want to get to where I can be a streamer so I can do stuff like Mr. Beast and just give people money and just make people's day. And
then
cool shit.
He's partnering with Mark Rober again to try and clean out the seas, which, yes.
yeah, he does so much work, environmental stuff. He always cleans up after himself when they do stupid shit. Like, I mean,
it's nice. It's not
I
just
gotta
for
respect him.
publicity. I'll admit I'm a little sus about anybody, even him. I think that there's a lot of these motives that are not entirely pure of heart, but at least there's benefits for a lot of people from what he's doing. So
yeah, he gives so much money away, and I get he still probably makes a bunch.
right.
But-
Well,
He's
even,
investing in
like,
himself.
Now, I heard now that he's
He's-
not even supplying the money anymore. He got that big deal with one of these new pop-up banks on eBanks.
Oh,
And-
Current, yeah.
Yeah, and they're covering all of his giveaways now.
Guys, can I just preface this with I don't have any idea who you're talking about, but just from what I've heard in the last like 45 seconds, it seems like that dude is like the person who films themselves giving food to homeless people. They like want
That's
the
where
credit.
my mind went to. Yes,
Yeah.
and I know he's not that guy, but at the same time, he's that guy.
Do,
Like,
Kay, do we know he's not that guy? Do
I-
we?
Well,
that's-
but like,
would
you're right,
here's
He's
right.
not that guy, but
He is that guy. He's not
here's
giving people money.
here's what I will say. Most of his videos are like having people do competitions and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's just blatantly what it is. But like if he does something where it's a charitable video, like he'll go buy out a bunch of Best Buys and go give the electronics to schools. He'll buy out grocery stores and take it to homeless
Cool.
shelters. He'll
I
buy
said,
clothing stores and take it to homeless
But he could do
shelters.
that
Like,
and not put it on YouTube or film it.
yeah, like he's
And you're right.
It benefits other people, but like he's investing in himself because
It's-
people are going to want to watch that and they're going to want to be, oh, look at this nice guy. He deserves
Like-
all this love and appreciation. But at least it's good causes.
The self satisfaction part of it is okay. That's natural. I think that's natural. But like, are you not getting enough self satisfaction when you're doing it like to the people like in person? You know what I'm saying? Like he's giving money to these people and like they're in person sometimes. Are you not getting enough satisfaction out of that? And that's where it
that's what
concerns
social
me.
media and YouTube and shit has done. Is
I
Well,
can't
but
really
here's-
blame him specifically. Social media has ruined that for everyone. I am
Right.
so bad about posting stuff, and it makes me feel like everyone hates me because I don't post something and
I don't
about
post
my
anything.
day. And
the most I'm gonna repost shit that I like, and then most of the time it's gonna be stuff from Pinball. Like
Guys,
90%.
here's
Yeah. Actual like genuine stuff that I post is no.
Rare.
I just rare as rare.
I will say for what he does, and I can understand why there's skepticism on it. The reason that I will say is because he just even if he's making a little bit on it, or really, yeah, he's making money as that. He is at least setting that example because, like my son, he wants to do
It's
stuff like
true.
that. He asks me about, hey, are we giving to the food bank this year for Christmas?
That's a good,
So-
fantastic example to set for the kids.
There is,
Actually, yeah.
I mean,
and so it begs the question: where does the line go? Because somebody that's trying to lead by example, but he's showing, hey, this is what I do with all of my money. I just go buy stuff and throw it into the homeless shelter of the school and make sure it does some good. Where do and setting that example in a lot of these kids that could come up as streamers, whether it's through music or video gaming or Minecraft or whatever, and then that gives them that idea at a young age to have that in the forefront of their mind when they're in that position to just do it.
so do you guys watch a lot of streamers and YouTubers just in general? Is that something that you guys, anybody
I'm getting
does?
more into it because I'm thinking about starting to stream
What's the
myself.
one dude's name? Overwatch. The streamer. I'm trying to figure out
one
because I do.
guy.
I only one. It's one dude because he's funny and his laugh is awesome.
That's a great reason.
Ventellect. Have you ever seen that guy?
I
Yeah.
have not. No.
Yeah,
have
dude.
not seen
This
that
guy's
one.
just he's just like
Most
super hippie. Well, he's not hippie, but he's like super California dude, and his laugh is fantastic. All he does is just like read people's posts and laugh at them, and it's fantastic. Like he just like finds posts that are really funny and just reads them, and then he just like he can't even finish them most of the time. He's just laughing. But it shows it on the screen, and it's for some reason it's hilarious. Check it out. I don't know.
There's a guy that
Ventellect.
does that. He like sings the post like whenever there's internet drama. I can't remember what his name is, but I think he does TikToks, and he just has these really just amazing
I've
songs.
seen those.
Yes,
They're-
those ones
Great
make
idea.
me cackle.
There's a
Um,
guy
I
that has been
mostly
doing.
watch streamer wrestlers that stream and YouTubers. Like,
There is a guy that
my life is
started-
wrestling, right?
What is his? Oh, Fernando Ufret. He does covers. Like he does his own stuff, but one of the things that he does on his channel is he does covers as Cartman. Like he's singing the song, but it's as Cartman singing it. He is so good that he now has permission from Matt and Trey to continue doing it, and he gets paid to do it. They have
That's
brought
amazing.
him in, and he's recorded some stuff for South Park. Like
Seven.
he
Great.
is.
He's the dude who made the. It was I'm sailing away. That's what was it? It was Sticks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sail away
Yeah.
by sticks. Come sail away by sticks.
Which
Yeah.
the one pretty much is the one that everybody has heard Cartman sing, right? And that wasn't on the show. That's him. That's the dude that Seven's talking about. That's actually
yeah,
him.
and he's so good
Not-
at what he
that's
does
not
with
Matt-
those covers.
Yeah, that's not Matt Parker or Trey Stone. Or Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Yeah, those not neither of them.
That's Fernando, and he's bilingual. He talks in multiple different languages when he's streaming, and he'll be streaming. He just sits and plays his acoustic guitar and sings originals and covers, and sometimes he'll bust the Cartman stuff out too when he's live. He's really a talented musician.
That's awesome. I don't watch any streams at all outside of gaming ones. I don't really watch streamers or YouTubers. I don't watch anything. I don't Snapchat stories of other people's stuff. That I don't know what it is. They're this long. You guys complain about the attention span stuff, but
That's why I like TikTok.
there's
If
one-
you go on TikTok. It takes
It's
if
too
it's 3 minutes, it's a crapshoot if I'm
It's-
watching the whole thing.
Here's the
I'm a
problem
natural
with
born
TikTok.
hipster. It's if too many people like it, I just can't. I can't get into it. Like I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen.
My problem with
100%.
TikTok is I'm gonna be like the other half the population that just doesn't come up for air once they go down that rabbit hole.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
I mean-
why I've never touched it.
I catch myself all the time. Like
On TikTok, and I'm like, oh,
I'll
put it
just
down, put it down.
like, well, and TikTok now has an algorithm. If you scroll for more like an hour and a half, 2 hours, TikTok brings up one of their people in a TikTok telling you to take a break.
That is a very long time that they
Wow.
wait before they
I was about to
stop.
say,
And
like,
2
who the
hours
hell
later.
Something like
spends 2
that.
hours on TikTok. I don't.
So I mean, like you're being kind of judgmental, TikTok. Like,
you know what?
where's I need more dogs making basketball shots. Damn it. This is my judgmental we all over
I
again.
will say there are some great things about TikTok. There are some terrible things about TikTok, but there are some great things about TikTok.
I would not have known to get our countertop dishwasher if it hadn't been for TikTok. So I mean, there's
How
some
is
great
that
stuff
thing, by
on
the
there.
way?
It's awesome. It doesn't fit our faucet and anything, so we gotta just it's got like a tank on it that you got to fill with water. By the time it's all said and done, it took the same amount of time it would have taken to wash the dishes, but you didn't have to wash the dishes, which is the point. So it's awesome, and it looks pretty cool too.
I asked her, I was like, what am I gonna do now when I go to your house? Like, I walk in, I throw my laundry, I do the dishes. Like,
she was always doing my dishes whenever she was coming over to the house. I was like, okay, cool. We hate doing dishes.
I'm like, I like doing dishes.
I don't know what it is.
So that was off of TikTok then, correct?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Is it weird? How many accounts do you guys have? Like, do you guys have all that stuff, like TikTok and Twitter and all that stuff? Snapchat and all
have
that
TikTok,
stuff?
I have Facebook. Those are the only two I'm really ever on.
I don't get onto TikTok myself.
And
I
I
do
don't
have an
post anything
account,
on
but I do
TikTok.
have
I
a
just watch
Snapchat
videos.
account that I use, not to post myself or my friends. Like I said, I don't care about that kind of stuff. They have really good crafting,
Right.
like things, and like there's video game stuff on there.
There's
too,
cool.
so.
Yeah. There's. I always like have to like click on stuff, and it's Instagram stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck, and it like is like log in, and I'm like, I don't have one of these. I don't know what. And I can't. Because I want to look at it. I'm like, God damn it, I can't look at it. But yeah, I just have Facebook.
Facebook is a solid one to have. If you're gonna have one, do Facebook. I feel because that's like that encompasses a lot of generations, right? You got
and
I use Messenger.
almost everything makes it from the other platforms to Facebook at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. So just
Facebook is the central hub everything gravitates towards eventually.
Right.
Towards and from. It's
gonna be the hub of the metaverse.
Yeah.
Get ready.
That's so meta.
So this has been a crazy freaking show, Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, hold on. I have something to talk about real quick that actually encompasses the movies and the video game stuff and Facebook.
Are you
Incorporaces is what he just said.
Are you a necromancer?
Incorporaces?
He said incorporaces. Incorporate.
Yes, that's the word.
Okay.
So with Facebook creating Meta and how that's going to do with all of the VR stuff, are we one step closer to the world in Ready Player One?
Oh, it's coming. It's fucking coming. I'm telling you, I give it 20 years before Ready Player One is life.
You know what I'm expecting to happen sooner? I feel. Well, it's going to start with Ready Player One, and then it's going to turn into WALL-E.
Yeah,
that's all I see first. WALL-E mixed with Idiocracy.
Ready Player One leads to WALL-E. That's
what it. Yes.
No, we're living in Idiocracy now. The next is going to be.
You're right.
Ready Player One, and then WALL-E.
The beginning when they're like the couples and they're having kids they're having. That's all my neighbors. It just keeps growing. The little game of life and all the little peg people. It just keeps going.
But Mr. Bailey has a good one right there. Yes.
Westworld, anyone? Yeah.
That's a fantastic show. Fuck Marvel.
So,
Westworld's great.
Right. That show has a little bit more depth, I would agree. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
A little more depth. It's
As
just like shiny things.
End of the year, I have a question for everybody. Your favorite movie/TV show of the year, and one movie/TV show that you are looking forward to for 2022.
Witcher season 2 for this year. I don't know about a movie, and I haven't thought that far ahead next year.
God, you suck.
What season 2?
Witcher season 2. Binged watched it in 2 days. It
Witcher.
Was fantastic.
That's Superman.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
He's also a wizard or of some type, right?
And he wants to play in Red Dead Redemption 2 if they were to do a movie.
He also wants to do Mass Effect if they'll let him. The Mass Effect series.
He is such a nerd, and I love it. I love it.
He's so cute and so nerdy. Not like
When he runs around the corner in Superman with his shirt off after he saves the people on the oil spill or whatever, do you know what I'm talking about? Dude is just jacked, juicing out of his mind. I was even like, that is an attractive man. That's a beefy, attractive man. He's like running, but he's so swift, but at the same time, like, how does he even run with those muscles going on there?
I don't know.
He is, good looking.
Like, I don't want to date him. I don't want to marry him, but I kind of just want to like look at him. Like if he's in the room, I'm just
just look at his muscles.
That would be like banging an ice sculpture, basically.
So make him into a rug, like a bear rug in front of the fire.
Yeah, just lay him on top of me without action. Oh no.
It'll last forever if you skin him. Preserve him.
Exactly.
So my show.
I know a good taxidermist.
There you
Oh,
go.
I know a bad one. No, I'm just kidding.
My show
Yes.
of the year. I was actually surprised this didn't have as much of a fever as it did a couple of years ago. Did anybody watch the second season of Tiger King? Besides
No.
me.
I did not.
Uh,
I didn't quite finish the first season. Actually,
Yeah,
I
I
watched
couldn't
a lot
finish
of
the
it.
first
But
season.
It was interesting. Basically, I mean, Joe is probably going to end up getting out. Like
know,
the
I kinda
whole
expect-
That's
thing
what they
that
made it look like last year, and then he got his like. They were like, no.
Like the guy who came forward in the first season who fingered him has now came forward and recanted his whole story, and now like they are recent.
Wait, that's a loaded way to use that word when it comes to Joe Exotic. Do you want to use a different phrase?
I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie,
waiting.
it's where my
I was
mind
waiting.
went. It did. It really did.
That is a
I was
loaded
like,
statement,
I remember
brother.
that.
He's actually holding off on cancer treatments because he's getting resentenced, and there's a chance that he might get time served and get out.
I actually have a Joe Exotic joke.
I
Oh,
do
God.
too, but go for
Do
you
you?
first.
No, Tigers first. Tigers first.
Why does the Tiger King not like Christmas? It's
Christmas
so-
carols.
There's too many carols. Yeah.
Too many carols. Christmas. That's the same joke. That's the same joke I was going to tell.
Oh my
Same
God!
one, just
Wow.
Different version.
Yeah.
Yep, different version.
Yeah.
You
My-
guys.
We're theming it.
Movies I'm looking forward to
Bam,
for
hey.
2022.
Can't-
It's actually a tie.
Drew
I have been waiting for Avatar 2
for
10
elbows, I guess.
motherfucking years. And it's finally coming out next December, so I'm excited for Avatar 2.
Yes,
But also,
thank you.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
we are also going to get the end of a franchise this year. Jurassic Park Dominion comes out in June. I'm so fucking excited for this
Yeah.
movie.
Oh my God.
Okay. Is it? Don't you feel like they ended that franchise originally, and then
No.
they brought it back, and then there's
They-
just a bunch of stuff.
It's like the Fast
What's
series.
his-
It's like the Fast series. They keep editing it and bringing it back.
Star,
as they
Star
want.
Wars.
This
Star Wars
is
did
the
the same thing.
movie when the guy who took over the series for the last three, and yes, they did. They relaunched the series, but this is the movie he was always wanting to make. This is the movie that he's been wanting to make the whole
So
time.
this has to be amazing, right? If it's
And
not, we
so
can just
they've
burn
been
the
well.
papers.
It was supposed to come out last year, but COVID held it up filming, and like it's then been out. Like they've rescheduled it like 4 or 5 times. It was supposed to come out this year, but it's coming out June of 2022. I'm super stoked because honestly, as a guy who was a fan of the first trilogy, this new trilogy to me is really very good. They've done it a good job.
It is good. I will say they did considering whenever people usually do, continuations of series that they're just trash. They did good. They did good. The original ones, of course, are better. I mean,
Of course.
obviously, but
Of course,
still.
they're dynamite.
Ah,
Get out.
got it.
Get out.
I am Jurassic of you.
Show for me, Letterkenny.
Top
It's always going to be Letterkenny. That is my favorite. That is my
Letterkenny's
favorite
awesome.
series to just binge watch.
That
In a
is
similar vein, Trailer Park Boys for me is probably my favorite series to binge watch. I can just go
Yeah.
back. I've seen those first few seasons so many times.
legendary.
I mean, I've
Great
watched
show.
West Wing probably 30 times entire season series.
West Wing is a fantastic show.
I'm about
Um,
tonight or tomorrow. I'm watching Sorkin's new one about Lucille Ball and Ricky Ricardo.
I want to get into that too.
Even though I heard Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball is not very good.
Did you
She's
guys
really
watch?
hit-
Sorry,
Go
go ahead. Sam. Sorry.
I was
you guys-
going to say,
I do it. I'm just messing with him.
Go ahead.
Josh, can you mute him? What I was going to say is the show is Letterkenny. Movie is definitely Black Widow, also Spider-Man. And then next year is also, I'm going to be with Josh on this one, Avatar.
I forgot about Avatar, so I'm adding that to my list too.
I
can't
actually read an article this week that the actors in that movie had to learn how to free dive because Cameron did not want he didn't want the dry wet that they use in movies to get underwater. And supposedly this one focused a lot on water. So Sigourney Weaver dived for 4 minutes at one point, and Kate Winslet 7 fucking minutes.
That is insane, and I'm glad you fixed that because she died. Like, wait, I didn't see
I'm
that.
talking about being underwater.
Kate, she died in the making of that movie.
But
Snowcone,
and the great thing about that whole thing is we're not going to have to wait another 10 years for 3. He's already done. It's ready to go.
Right.
Supposedly we're going to get 2 in December and 3 the following December.
Oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. Oh my
Yes, I love that series.
I
Pocahontas with aliens. Who couldn't love?
I watch Avatar probably at least 3 or 4 times a year because I love the movie. It doesn't get old.
It does not.
The graphics are so good, and I know, and it's probably because I loved Fern Gully as a kid.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
that's it. Yes.
I could see that.
It's like Fern Gully and Pocahontas had a baby, and the baby is an alien.
Yeah.
But
They were both abducted.
does anybody else have anything to say before we close out this show?
Snowcone, real quick. I'm completely with you on the Jurassic Park thing. Like, I love those movies. And I think it's enhanced by the fact that I go to the casino and play the Jurassic Park game. And I win a lot of money on the Jurassic Park game. And it's awesome, dude. There's like huge screens and like, they like, all the dinosaurs run by and shit. And I'm like, yay. I'm like losing money or winning money and fantastic stuff. Goes back to the flashing lights thing. I just like shiny things.
That's great.
This sounds amazing. I don't even know what this just sounds great. You need to send me a video of this.
It's a casino game, and like it's just like
It's a
it's
slot
like reels.
machine.
But like eventually you get to this point where you got the little what are they? Or the sap and the mosquitoes, and you have to just break them, and then you just go different directions. And if you get different dinosaurs, you get like bonuses and stuff. It's fantastic.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
probably
casinos could be
lost-
so fun.
probably lost $3,000 to $4,000 on it, but at the same time, it's so much fun. So imagine if you win. You could do a 50-50. It'd be great. Especially like the movies.
Just imagine.
Just imagine.
Oh, I did have a music pun.
Oh yes, please.
Okay, are you guys ready?
No.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's a pun knock knock joke. All right, knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Who?
No, yeah, y'all gotta say it though. Come on, make it fun.
Who?
Werewolves of London.
Yes. Ow. Yes.
I refuse to
Fucking Warren
participate in your
Zevon.
games.
Wow.
Hey, end it. Drop it.
That's it.
That's a Warren Zevon reference. I love that dude. I love that dude.
But
Yeah.
guys, thank you all for joining us for this episode. Y'all, everybody have a happy holidays, happy new year. We will be back sometime next year. Make sure you're on the lookout. Be watching all the great shows, Double XP, Geek Gauntlet, Sports Report, as we continue on. Thank you again. Y'all have a great rest of your year.
Listen to Warren Zevon.
Do it.
Thanks, guys. Keep me in your heart tonight, Warren Zevon. Listen to it.
Of course, we don't
Keep
have
me in
a
your heart for a
program on
while.
this one. What the fuck?
I love the distraction tactic, but we can go now.